Hello and welcome everybody. Today we are going to test the M27 Fury from Royal Padel against the M27 Control of Royal Padel. This is a control racket, that's why it's control, and Fury is absolute power. So we're going to test and find out what racket I'm going to play with and you're going to play with. If you want to know anything more about the rackets, let me know in the comments below. The comparison is both round, but this is way softer and this is way harder. So how I see it before I played with it, that this is more a power racket and this is more of a control racket. There are like 4 holes not present, and for the rest there are more holes. The Royal Padel whip line has a bigger space in the middle without any holes. So maybe that has a difference in your playing style, the position of where the holes are positioned. To compare it a little bit with the whip, these rackets are a little bit thinner, how I see it, and they feel a little bit easier to maneuver, but they are slightly harder. So I think these are rackets that are more for advanced players. For all the Dutch people that are wondering why can Sven play indoor, testing rackets is allowed indoor, and we think if we are going to do all the racket videos indoor, then the circumstances are kind of the same. So it's more fair to the brands to test their rackets, because sometimes we tested the rackets when it was raining. If it's raining, I cannot kick the ball out of the court, so you don't have like super great feedback if that actually works well. So from now on, we're going to try to record every video indoor. Testing rackets indoor is allowed in Holland, so that's why. Also filming this for work is as well. And also, both of the rackets are rough. So that means is that you can play with more effect. So if you're choosing between the whip and the M27 line, the whip, anybody can play with the racket, but maybe not with these ones. These ones are slightly harder, but more rough. So that's what we're going to find out in the video. So this one has slightly more control because it goes deeper into the racket. And with the Fury, you have a lot of power. It's not like it's super hard, but it also, the material is soft and hard together. And this one is hard and more soft together. So this is extra soft, but it's still carbon. And it feels very, very easy to play with. This is going to be the racket I'm going to play with. Slightly easy with this racket. Oh, it's quite warm here. It's quite harder, a little bit harder. So with the last couple of shots, with the fibra, bandeja and smash, you just get that extra power if you need it. That's the difference between the two. For the rest, for more controlled shots, the green one, the M27 Control on the right. If you are a left side player, definitely this one. This is a machine. I prefer slightly more control, so I'm going to choose the Control version. Okay, well, I think, well, no, I'm sure. This is the harder racket, this is the softer racket. So if you want more control, definitely this. Everybody can play with this racket. It's very, very easy to use, very easy to maneuver. You have a good combination of power and control, but more towards the control side. I would say 60% or 70% control and 30% power. The Fury has a lot more power. It feels way harder, but also not as hard as like the Bull Padel Hack. It's softer than that, which makes it feel that you still have control. I think that's also because it feels like the frame is very small and soft, which makes it like super light in your hands. I really like that feeling. The roughness makes it extra effect. And with the smashes, definitely this one, this more spin, and with the bandeja. But I do have to say that my bandeja was quite good with this racket as well. We're not playing with the newest balls, so that's why not all the balls went out of the court. But this has way more power. 60% power, 40% control. Maybe like the other way around from this racket. I really like these rackets. And I don't say that because they sponsor me, but after trying a lot of rackets, I feel like round is definitely the way to go. And there are some diamond-shaped rackets that feel like they have a lot of control, but I think in where we are now with Padel in Northern Europe, round is the way to go. And if we get better, maybe we can move to diamond. But I highly recommend to play with control rackets. If you have any questions regarding to the Padel rackets, let me know below. I will answer all your questions. If you're interested in one or two rackets, click the link below and you can order them from our website. Thank you very much. Hasta luego. Ciao. Adios.